Alright, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another video. I'm about to have my lunch right quick. This is what I'm eating today. Got pineapple. I know y'all can see it. Can of pineapple. Little small bag of popcorn. The healthy popcorn. And I got my water. This is my last meal of the day. Probably like 170 calories. Some people probably like, oh, that's low. Yeah, it is, but I get most of my calories at breakfast. But without further ado, about to eat this, then we're gonna get into the video. Let's go.
Stage drop.
So what's good with y'all? Hope y'all been staying fit, staying healthy, enjoying your life, enjoying your day, and just doing the right thing by yourself. Taking care of yourself. But yeah, today's video was suggested in the comments. Been meaning to, excuse me, I just ate. But been meaning to get around to it, and I was like, what better day than to do a car talk video? I haven't did one in a minute. And like I said, it's just perfect time because today been hectic for me. I've been running around, and I think this my day kind of ties in with that subject. And today, like I said, as you can tell by the title, we're gonna be talking about staying motivated and the mental aspect of it. Cause I thought there was a really good suggestion, because weight loss or weight gain or just transform your body or becoming healthier is I always say 98% mental and it's only 2% physical. So like for instance, today I just ate my meal, and I want to talk about that, why that was my meal. Like I said, it was just like 1 cup of popcorn. It was air pop popcorn, and it was 1 can of the Dole pineapple slices, like 120 calories right there, not too much sodium. Then the popcorn was probably 50 to 60 calories. That's a very small meal. It's my last meal of the day, but I had to eat foods that I could eat on the go, and I could warm up because it was coming up on time for my last meal. So that's why I do that. And that's part of, the mental aspect of it, is staying focused. Like, you get a lot of people, they make excuses. I don't have time, or it's too expensive to eat right, or I can't do this, I can't do that. It's all mental. It's all up here. It's all in what you want to do at the end of the day. Like today, I could have made excuses and went outside of my window of eating because I'm sitting in a car rider line about to pick up my oldest daughter, and I could have made excuses. I know very well by the time I get out this line, it's gonna be past my window that I set for myself to eat. So either I could make excuses or I can adapt to the situation and make it work, which is what I always do, to stay on track, to keep myself healthy, to stay on, like I said, stay on track with my goals. So it's all a choice at the end of the day. But to get down to the nitty gritty, how do you cope with this? How do you stay mentally focused and, stay on track? For one, the number one thing I like to say is watch the people you're around. Not saying don't enjoy yourself, but you gotta watch what you're around. You know what type of person you are. If you're gonna be tempted around certain foods and you're not just there, you don't have the willpower yet to say nah, then you're gonna have to tell your friends sometimes, hey, I don't want to eat out through the weekday, or I'm not trying to go pick up McDonald's, or I'm not trying to be here or be there. Not saying cut your friends off. I mean, you gotta have a social life, but what I'm saying, you have to make some sacrifices for your goals. Number 2 is, not making excuses. That's probably the number one thing I run into when helping people. When I throw out a suggestion, somebody throws out an excuse on why they can't do that, or I can't eat right. You gotta eliminate can't from your vocabulary. That's another thing. And it's so funny because a lot of this stuff I'm saying, I'm just thinking it applies to life in general, period, if you want to be successful. But the mental thing is, like I said, throwing can out your vocabulary, and just starting to tell yourself, I can and I will. I'm going to do this, because food, it's all mental, for real. most of the time when you think you're hungry, you're not hungry. We got a hunger hormone, and you know your body is telling you you're hungry. So you want to eat to satiety, which is what most people do. And eating to satiety sometimes means overeating, and then afterwards you feel like crap, pretty much. My bad, y'all. I got the video just cut off because a call came through. I'm on my phone. Like I said, I didn't have time to set my camera up, but I was not gonna make excuses. It's been 4 days, so I'm getting this video done. I'm actually recording it in the car. Let y'all know I'm gonna edit it on the phone. I got my intro screen, all this stuff set on my phone. And this how you gotta tackle your weight loss too. You gotta adapt to your situation. You know your life gonna get hectic sometimes. Your schedule's not gonna be perfect all the time. Your eating window's not gonna be perfect. So you gotta adapt. You gotta plan, man. Like, a lot of it is pre-planning too. A part of the mental aspect is pre-planning. That will make all the difference in the world. I'm gonna cut this air down. I want to make sure y'all hear. But that'll make all the difference in the world if, like, you pre-plan. Like, people like, hey, how do I eat? This and that. I get that a lot. If you know you don't have time, then you need to meal prep. You need to meal prep on whatever day of the week you're free, absolutely free, got the most time. That's when you need to do your meal prep and prep your meals out so you can grab and go. If you're eating 2 times a day, 1 time a day, or 3 times a day, you need to meal prep. You need to monitor your calories, like I've been telling in the other video I did. Measure your calories and make sure whatever you're prepping is, you know, you hit all your macros and all that. So that's one thing. But I'm just throwing out tips, man. But cause it all ties in together when you talk of mental. But the number one thing for real mental is how bad you want to do it. If I want to throw a simple answer out there, is how bad you want to do it. How bad do you want it? Are you really sick and tired of being sick and tired? Or are you really sick and tired of being overweight, or carrying around extra weight, or not being physically fit, or not being in shape? Stuff like walking long distances make you tired. Do you feel pressure on your knees? What else? Your ankles. Do your ankles become swollen? You know, do your clothes not fit like you want to? It's stuff like that, man. You have to trick your mind mentally, and you have to repeat to yourself. This might seem silly, but I tell people this as far as success, period. Tell yourself out loud every day, whatever you want to achieve, or however many pounds. If you want to lose 10 pounds the first month, say to yourself out loud, I will lose 10 pounds this month. Look in the mirror, say, I will lose 10 pounds this month. The average person don't want to do this because it seems silly. But when your mind, it's like, this is how we process information. Your mind's very smart. Your brain, like, is one of the most powerful tools, period. But when we hear ourselves say stuff, this is called speaking it into existence, to power of the tongue. But when we hear ourselves say things, we start processing it. So, speaking it out loud versus actually thinking it is 2 totally different animals. So start speaking it daily. If you keep doing that, or if you say it multiple times during the day, it's going to become repetitive, and you're going to drill this in your mind, and you're going to start making the necessary moves and steps to hit your goal. You know, to hit your goal. Like, this is stuff that I personally do. And number 2, like I said, mentally, when you feel like you're about to break, when you really feel like, hey, I'm about to have a breaking moment, you got to sit down. You got to literally sit down and think about how far you've came already. Because I tell people this, stick to your first week, 1 week at a time, 7 days at a time. 7 days not a long time. Do it 7 days at a time. See how much weight you lose in 7 days. You might lose 5 pounds the first week, right? You might lose 3 pounds. Step on the scale every day too. Cause I jumped into that because this is gonna tie hand in hand. Step on the scale every day. It's part of the mental aspect. Some people don't like to step on the scale every day because they want to run from it, or you might not see what you want to see. But stepping on the scale every day does 2 things. For one, you can better track what you need to do as far as your diet or your weight gain. If you're gaining weight or losing weight, you can better track what you need to do, because you could be weighing on the days where your weight fluctuates. It fluctuates all day, and you could just happen to weigh on the days where your weight is going up. It can happen like that, and it looks like you're having lost, but the days you probably skipped, you probably lost. So you got to keep that in mind. Number 2 is weighing every day will keep you on track. Numbers, I mean, it's crazy. They say don't pay attention to the scale, but sometimes you do. The scale keeps me on track. This part of the mental aspect. If you go these 7 days, like I was saying, 7 days at a time, and if you step on that scale every day, you see your weight dropping, and then you, at the end of the 7 days, you say, hey, I lost 5 pounds. And then when you get that hunger or that craving, and you think about, hey, I've lost 5 pounds over these last 7 days, you won't be so quick to give in to that craving, because you know you can gain it back just like that. And just water and water weight, eating high sodium foods, you can step on the scale the next day and those 5 pounds be back, even though it's not legitimate fat, but it's still 5 pounds. So stepping on the scale every day is a key thing too. Like, it will help you stay on track, because like I said, that's actually what snapped me back into getting back fit, getting back healthy, and living a healthy lifestyle. Stepping on the scale. I had stayed off the scale for the duration of the time I stopped going to the gym and eating right. And when the day I decided to step on the scale, the next day I literally started back on the journey I'm on now. The next day, I didn't wait a week, I didn't wait 2-3 days. I literally saw the number. I was like, whoa, it's too much. I never thought I'd see this number. I never was 300 pounds in my life. I saw the 3s, and the next day I was eating right. And I've been eating right and back on my diet, and this is why I am to the way I am today. So that's a big part of it too. Like I said, number 2, like I said, well, not number 2, but like I said earlier in the video, staying around encouraging people, man. Stay around people that's gonna encourage you and not push you to fall or, you know, eat bad. Even if you're out, you know, you got a good support system around you, whether it's your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, just your friends, brother, sister, mom, dad, whoever. Even if they're not eating right, you want people around you that's gonna say, hey, I know we eating bad, but you can't have none of this. You need to cook your healthy meal. You need to eat healthy. You need people around you like that, versus people telling you, oh, you can have this meal. You know, that's not what you need when you're on a journey, especially a weight loss journey. If you were doing weight gain, it's different, but when you're on a weight loss journey, be cautious of the people who are around you and how they motivate you and how they affect you, either negatively or positively. So, you know, think about that too. That's a key part to the mental aspect of it. But all in all, at the very end of the day, it really comes down to you. You the only one responsible. You got to hold yourself accountable, which a lot of people don't want to do. If you miss a workout, you got to say, hey, I messed up. I need to make up for it. If I go the next day, instead of doing 30 minutes, I'm going to do an hour. I'm going to go twice as hard. I'm going to go twice as intense as I normally go. The food, you really don't need to afford. You can't afford to be messing up on the diet. I'm just gonna keep it straight up with it. People say you can slip up at the beginning. No slip ups. The mental aspect, no cheat days. Some people would tell you, hey, do cheat days to keep yourself balanced. But I believe sometimes some people just don't have, they ain't that strong mentally to be giving themselves cheat days in the beginning. So you gotta make that call based on your willpower. If you know you're not that strong mentally at the time, you don't need no cheat days starting out. You need to go at least 60 to 90 days without no cheat days. By that point in time, then it'll become a habit of eating right. So if you do have a cheat day, I would just assume you're mentally focused and disciplined enough there to where you won't binge eat, or you won't start craving, or you won't overeat even when you give yourself a cheat day. But sometimes people mentally, like I said, disciplined enough to where they can cheat and then they don't overdo it, or they won't cheat the next day and just keep cheating, and before you know it, they off their diet. So I mean, that's pretty much it. It's not a lot. It's not really a lot to talk about. It's not a lot to it. Those just some key things I feel like help you help you stay focused and all of that. But I said, quick car talk video, y'all. I've still got the playground workout video coming. I'm gonna try to get that done before. I'm gonna try to get it done tomorrow, actually, because I'm gonna be going on vacation soon, so I won't be dropping a video probably for about 5 days, so y'all don't kill me. I appreciate all the new subscribers and everybody showing love. If you haven't, make sure to go check out my new transformation video. It's the one I literally just hit 180 days last Wednesday, which is 6 months. So I hit my 6 months. I dropped 109 pounds in 6 months. Man, I absolutely killed it. I'm still going. Get my body fat percentage down lower. I think I'm around the 19 to 20%. I want to get down to about 12. So it's basically get my stomach lower. My abs showing a little bit, but I still got a decent amount of fat on my lower stomach, so I'm working on that. A little bit of fat on my chest, just a little bit is coming off. So yeah, just stay with me, y'all, and y'all stay tuned in. I'm gonna keep talking this nutrition, or keep dropping comments below, or videos y'all like to see, or questions you have, and I'll make sure I get to it. I appreciate everybody supporting. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like the content.